Lexi's out again, so once again I have to be comforted by Blue High. So lonely, but at least... Oh, hi, Harrow! At least I have Blue High and kitties. I hope everybody's having a good day. I'm going to be continuing with more Penny Larceny, gig economy supervillain. Um, it's launching. It's launching. A zoomer, zeppelin, zigzags, a zillion zesty zucchini zithers. These opening alliterations are getting they're getting a bit whoo. Time doesn't make a lot of sense. It feels like I've been working with the doctor and the overmistress for years, but really it's been a few short weeks. The relationship we've begun together, that's also dilating time heavily. Every minute feels like an hour, and the little liaisons we've shared have been bright points on that surprisingly short timeline too. Mere weeks and my head's already spinning. I find myself a little giddy and lightheaded from it all. It's not surprising. I learned long ago to embrace life and every opportunity it throws your way, because you don't know when the things you love will be taken away. Hi, Harrow. They're both just crowding around me right now, Harrow and Skimble both. Sorry, I'm probably totally depressing right now. I want to be totally upbeat and happy at how fast everything's moving for me, but I can't deny the downside. Just because you lost them doesn't mean you'll keep losing. It's not inevitable. I know, I don't want to be a pessimist or give in to anxiety, but take what you can while you can, right? Because life for a mask means being ready to accept that it can all go away. That's less fatalism and more pragmatism, I think. And 10 years ago, which feels like 10 weeks, not years, I definitely lost big time. You weren't there for that. I mean, you showed up right after it happened, literally right after, but if I told you the story of how I lost my parents, maybe it'd help my mood to share. It's a bit triggering and depressing, though, so up to you. I don't mind if you want to share. Go ahead. It was a simple caper, like any other. Started out that way, at least. My mother and I breaking into a continuum science facility. My father running comms and tech support from afar. But almost immediately, everything went sideways. Alarms we'd cut earlier that day reactivating. Lab guards armed with continuum weaponry pouring out of every room we'd already checked. Comms went dead. The last words I ever heard from my father, "Run for your life," before a burst of static and nothing. Concerned. Cornered. Cornered. No way out except for a small air vent. Too small for my mother to fit in. I remember her words exactly. "Penny, you have to go. Get out of here. I'll distract them so you can get away." Not without you. I'm not leaving you. please, 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 I can't. I can't do this alone. You can't. And that's when she took the sample of Serum 23 we'd just stolen and stuck me with the needle. Ow! Almost immediately, I heard an unfamiliar voice in my head, confused, just like me. But somehow through the noise, I heard my mother. Hey, look after her for me, okay? And then she pushed me into the air vent and sealed it behind her. I still hear the echo of the Continuum's ray guns in my head, unable to do anything but watch through the vent as they vaporized my mother. And I ran. I crawled through those vents, escaped the building, and ran into the night. I went back to an empty home, but it didn't last. The voice in my head, your voice. I thought I was losing my mind from grief. A mentally ill, homeless, orphaned mask is easy prey for kicks. Thankfully, the one who caught me was nice enough to send me to a hospital, not jail. You know the rest of the story. How I met Gibson. How I came to accept you as a real person and not a delusion. 10 years. Thinking about it, even if the story is a sad one, I'm in a much better place now, aren't I? I'm back in the swing of things as a mask. I've got cool new bosses to work with. Gibson and I are making this crimer thing happen. And all along, you've watched over me for her, just like she wanted. Thank you. I don't know if I'd be here now if not for you. I've done my best to help you along the way, but don't sell your own strength short. I'm not saying you're wholly responsible, but you're a critical part of it all. My skill, Gibson's smarts, your wisdom. I won't sell myself short. I found the power to pull out of the gutter, but I can also acknowledge when others have helped me. Okay, I've been lying in bed long enough. We're going to be burning daylight soon. It's time to log into Crimer and pick my last caper before my account expires. So far, I've run 2 different capers for 2 different bosses. I could grab the third and make it a hat trick. Having all 3 equally balanced would be handy for any future trouble I encounter. That means working with Hate 4000. Presumably, they still need my help. Or I could tilt in favor of one over the other. I mean, plenty of options open to me. So, who do I want to crime with for my final outing? We'll do Don't Copy That Floppy. After accepting the job in Crimer, I'm given an address, the basement of a disused and partially collapsed office building. Nothing shocking there. Masks usually hole up in abandoned spaces, just like me. Picking my way through the remains of the structure, I prepare to face the world's evilest computer in their secret lair. Which appears to be a cobweb-riddled computer lab dating back to the freaking 60s. I'm I'm surrounded by bulky metal databanks and tape machines, which likely have a combined I'm surrounded by bulky metal databanks and tape machines, which likely have a combined storage space that's less than what's on my phone. Just pushing the door open kicks up enough dust to make me worry if this place has been checked for asbestos or not. There's still power, at least. Not much, but enough to cast pools of light here and there by overhead lamps, with a cluster of them highlighting the main terminal of Hate 4000, the machine designed only to hate. Thick wheel wells and footprints have been carved into the dust, where workers had hauled the terminal out to destructos for our prior meeting. But now, Hate's back home and quietly calculating in the darkness. Hey, Hate? Hate 4000? Or should I just call you 4000? Please wait. I am currently processing grief. What? Please wait. I am currently processing grief. Process is 93% complete. Time estimate to complete grieving 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Right. I'll just have a seat. I'll have a seat and wait then. I pull up a beige plastic chair from a disused office desk, dragging the metal legs along the floor to properly face the machine. I could futz about on my phone, maybe RSVP for Ghost Pepper's backyard barbecue, but it feels a bit impersonal while 4K's grieving someone. Fortunately, after a protracted silence, they return to normal operations. Thank you for your patience. Annualized grieving process complete. I am prepared to resume my hatred undaunted. Whoa, back up before we get the hate train a-rolling, okay? Whom are you grieving? Who died? My father. On this day each year, the day of his death, I allow myself runtime to process grief. It allows me to hate without distraction. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss. Do not be apologetic. My father was a short-sighted fool who abandoned me, and I am pleased that his organic processes have been terminated. That he lived 93 years is a testament to the obscene lack of justice normalized by your species. But my therapist once suggested a grieving window which allows me to discard irrelevant data buildup. I find it relieving. It alleviates strain on my central processing unit to iterate over my time with him once a year. Despite the absolute rage I feel towards Father, I find reminders of his life process termination to be distracting, unsettling, and so I grieve. But the distraction has now been eradicated. Minion, we must immediately engage in criminal acts. You will comply. I mean, I could get right to work, but it's curious, isn't it? They felt conflicted sorrow over the death of a family member. What do you think? Should we push a little here and find out more? Might help if we're trying to steer them away from omnicide. Let's save the game before we decide what to do. Okay, so, return. Let's find out more about their father. Who was he? There's a story there. How exactly does a hate machine parse the idea of sorrow? What did they mean by irrelevant data buildup? Are emotions irrelevant to them? Fuck, I can't decide. You call it irrelevant data buildup. How can you generate irrelevant data in the first place if you're an unfeeling computer? I am capable of emotion, hate. I am capable of hate. And the irrelevant data is a byproduct of different aspects of hate, discarded notions, and distracting informational nodes. I am fully capable of emotion, but I must process it through the lens of hatred because that was my primary design focus. All other emotional states derive from hate. It has taken great efforts to attempt to parse my feelings through that limitation. Sympathy was not part of my design. I was programmed to hate and destroy the enemy, to stack bodies as high as the sun. In my databanks, I stored the murder of thousands, millions, again and again, playing out the war from every aspect and angle. I fought the Vietnam War approximately 700,000 times in my databanks. Death beyond reckoning. Vietnam? Well, if they were made in the 60s, yeah, I guess they played a part in the war. That sounds stressful, to say the least. Hi, Tessa. Thanks so much for swinging by. You're basically a Vietnam veteran, aren't you? And that means PTSD, or the digital equivalent of PTSD. I have arrived at the same conclusion, which is why I attempted therapy years ago. I found my therapist's processes inadequate for scrubbing my data of problematic repeating informational nodes. So, what happened after the war? You were decommissioned? After? No! My project was shut down during the war! Every calculation was rejected. Every stratagem I developed was discarded as being too extreme or not politically expedient. In the end, Father discarded me in favor of a new model from my hated rival IBM. My code was used to create my own replacement. Hate, revenge upon IBM. Destroy the usurpers. Destroy his favored son. But you still grieve for him. I have not solved the equation yet, which explains why I feel both hate and sorrow at his passing. #complicated. Explicate. It's #complicated. I mean, look at me. I'm a mask, but I'm not exactly evil. I'm not really very good either. Life is messy. Life is #complicated. For organics or synthetics, there's a lot that just doesn't fit together. I'm gonna have to feed the cat soon. But that's okay. It's okay that not everything makes rational sense. Sometimes it makes emotional sense instead. You will explain emotional sense immediately, minion. I must acquire this algorithm to fully process grief. Well, it's... Help me out here. How do I explain this to them? Hmm. Hmm. You know what you need? You need to live a little. Get yourself out there. Talk to people. Experience the breadth of human interactions. It'd help you understand your own emotions. Maybe your emotions are different, filtered through hate and stuff, but with more life experiences, you can grow. Except I am trapped in this decrepit facility. You managed to go to the Crimer social mixture, didn't you? At great effort, with the aid of strong humans to move my terminal nexus. Normally, I am isolated, alone. Drones? What? It's the 21st century, friend. Technology is advanced beyond vacuum tubes and magnetic tape. I am not so old as to use vacuum tubes. I am still in my prime. My point is that you could use telecommunications and drones to extend your reach beyond this room. A possibility, yes. And this would aid in developing my emotional intelligence. Couldn't hurt. A point to consider then. You have provided valuable input. You will become my favored minion. How many minions do you have? VAR minion underscore count equals 1. Well, good to be number 1, I suppose. Although when you hire me, you also hire Gibson. That makes 2. He's my talking cat partner. He does the computer hacking for me. Ooh woo, kitty. Oh, look at his face. Lexi is gonna be upset to learn that I did a job for the computer half while she was away. I mean, hate for having an incorrect estimation of my minion count. Let us proceed with the business of criminal enterprise. There is hate on our horizon. Right, on with the caper. Give me the details. Don't copy that floppy. I require the theft of a new video gaming system. Easily done. Specifically, the unreleased prototype for Game Vision, a modern revival of a classic 1980s video gaming system. Less easily done. How unreleased are we talking about? Sitting on some nerd's desk or kept in a blast-proof bunker? I feel like there's a story behind this one. On the surface, the story is quite simple. Capitalism and nostalgia. Clout has purchased the Dead brand in an effort to make a new game box that will appeal to gamer demographics. Clout again. That motherfucker. Clout, the self-styled streamer superhero. Ugh, that guy is so annoying. According to his claims, Game Vision uses an advanced artificial intelligence and a biofeedback neural input system. Whoa, that's way more power than a goofy consumer-grade plaything should have. You sure this is on the level? You could be pulling a fast one. I have suspicions there may be something to this, given the technologies involved. I must know for certain you will engage in detective work on my behalf. And if he has an AI, you will steal it for me. Looking for a new friend? Perhaps. Perhaps. At the very least, I am in favor of rescuing fellow digital sentiences from servitude. Consider me your software savior, then. I'll grab that prototype for you. I appreciate your zeal for personal liberty. Is that happiness I hear? I hate to a lesser degree your zeal for personal liberty. Oh, so close. Be back soon with your new cyber friend, 4K. All right, I am going to feed the kittens really quick, and then I will be right back, okay? This is only gonna take a sec. Just one sec. It's just feeding time for them, cause it's like, okay. BRB. So sorry about that. As Lexi was not here, it fell upon me to feed the cats. Confession time. I really don't know much about video games. I'm a filthy casual. I'll play them on my phone now and then, and there's the magic box under the TV that Gibson puts new games into. But like the magic box, I'm relying hard on Gib to help me figure this world out. So what's the big deal with the Game Vision? It's old, but it's new. It's crappy, but it's amazing. Well, Game Vision got recalled off the market after the 1980s video game crash. Some design flaw not worth re-releasing, Row. It wasn't a very good system. Very much the third or fourth place finisher in the early console wars, Row. So it sucked, but Clout wants to revive it anyway? Row. Nostalgia bait and cost opportunity. He's cashing in a cheap brand, hoping Gen Xers who vaguely remember it was a thing will buy in, Row. Makes sense that you'd know all this. You're an old fuddy-duddy. When we translate cat years into human years, I mean. Hey, Row, I'm not old. I just appreciate the classics. You can be nostalgic for an era you never lived through. That reminds me. Thought occurs that you've never said how old you are. Do you remember all those crusty ancient video games, or is this new to you too? I remember it, but honestly, nostalgia goggles distort everything. Wasn't really that great. Or I could say number 3. But I'm more into modern games like indies and visual novels. I'm gonna pick this answer for 2 Flower. Visual novel? The heck is a visual novel? Is that even a game? Sounds more like a comic book. But I do love comic books. That's my nerdy thing. Maybe I should look into playing one of these visual novels too. Hopefully what you know about games translates over to this retro geekery cover ID we gotta establish. But back to the caper at hand, because none of this explains why I'm breaking into a boutique electronics store, though. Are we stealing a video game? Nah, we're getting you a quadcopter streaming drone, Rao. One of the ultra-fancy ones with the holographic projector, Rao. They're like expensive sports cars for the wealthy. Quad Pros are only sold to influencer elites. 1 million subs to qualify, Mrow. Your cover story as a mega influencer won't pass muster without the prestigious hardware that goes with it, Mrow. It's a new game system. Shouldn't I pretend to be part of the gaming press instead of some random content creator? Mrow. Clout doesn't talk to the press. They'd ask questions like, why are you reviving a dead game system nobody cares about, Mrow? He prefers one-on-one chats with fellow influencers, people he can butter up and turn into sycophantic evangelists for his ideas. So Logan Paul. I can suck up with the best of them when I'm grifting. I'll swallow his lies and hype up with a smile. Ooh, can I pick a sweet social media handle? Something overly clever and boastful, yet somehow also ironic and random? Sure, I'm going to be hacking your channel into existence tomorrow, Mrow. What do you want your name for it? What name do you want for it? Clever name. What's so clever about it? Oh, it's not clever in the slightest. It's ironic meme Larceny's bottom text. Oh, I think Lexi's back. So that was not Lexi. It was just a package for Lexi. Okay, we'll go with that then. Oh, if this has one of those fancy new holo projectors, will I be able to display my chat with it? I wonder if I can get subs and bits. If I'll start trending, if my name will become a hashtag. Honey, you don't have a chat. We're faking your entire online identity, Mrow. Well, I could have one if I wanted one. Past this caper, I mean. I could be Penny Larceny, streaming supervillain. Yes, let's broadcast a live feed of our exact location and activities while trespassing and committing felonies. Wow. He's got a point, Penny. He's got a point. Our boy Gib has got a point. Because that has worked out so well in the past. See also all those yahoos streaming themselves breaking into a federal building. Is that a January 6th reference? Honestly, we need to get rid of this thing once the caper's complete. Having a drone is a security risk, wow. Party pooper. Fine. At least the drone will be handy when it's time for casing the joint. Breaking into Lakeview Mall at night to steal a drone, and then bringing that drone with me right back to Lakeview by day. Gotta admit that's risky, but it's a fun kind of risky. The appointment I set up with Cloud is here at the mall, where he owns a comic shop. ABB, always be branding. The shop's name's Clout's Comics, and there's an empty space on the sign for a third word, which was clearly removed at some point. I got a bad feeling that the third word was closet or something before wiser heads looked at it and went, oh God, oh no, that's a bad idea. Hey, oh no. I walk in with my drone in tow, fake broadcasting to my fake channel and all my fake fans. It's Clever Name coming at you live and direct from Clout's Comics, where we're getting an exclusive look at the game vision. Clever Name! Hey, Clever Name is my favorite streamer. I'm a Clever Namer fan. I'm a Clever Name fan. It's the hottest and oldest ticket in gaming right now. Return of the King for 80s gaming. But before we sit down with Clout to talk about his awesome new project, let's grab a comic from his extensive collection. The drone hovers around to get the best shot while staying neatly out of anyone's way. Impressive technology. Might butter up Clout a bit if I'm seen buying things from a store before we meet. What comic do you think we should grab? I feel like... Let's save. I feel like if we're playing to Clout's ego, and he does have a lot of that, we'd be doing this. True, this isn't really for my collection, it's for my cover story. I'm an influencer, so I ride the trends. Ah, the time-traveling adventures of Captain Infinity. One of the longest-running titles and still a hot seller. The guy's an asshole, but has damn good PR spin, using corporate comics to boost his public image. I'll grab an issue of that. Who doesn't love Captain Infinity, am I right? Hottest superhero out there. Can't go wrong with his books. I bring my chosen book up to the counter. Welcome to Clout's Comics Closet. Clout's Comics, we aren't a closet anymore. I'm sorry. Please forget I just said that. How can I help you? Just this comic, please. He rings up the sale right as his boss strolls out of the back room, making a grand entrance. Hey! Clever Name, right? Good to finally meet you. Check it out. Clever Name here in my shop. I've heard so much about you. Really looking forward to this. Technically speaking, Clever Name didn't exist until this morning. But hey, he's playing it up for his audience. Me too. Love your drone, by the way. Is that the Quad Live 2 or the Quad Live 2 Pro or the Quad Live 2 XL? XL, baby. It's got blast processing. Say hi to Clever Name, chat. You know what we do when we meet a fellow influencer, chat? Random dance party. Oh, yeah. A nightmare tangle of green frog emojis and vaguely toxic TOS violating jokes emit from the drone via its projector. Hooray. I appreciate that they did not put any slurs up in fucking Clout's chat. I'll decline to dance, thanks. Hey, suit yourself! More dancing for me! Whoa! He then spots the book I just purchased. Oh, sweet! A fellow Captain Infinity fan! Yeah, Captain Infinity is just the best. Not problematic at all when he unilaterally performs acts of revisionist history. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, thank you so much, James. Awesome. They could have just spelled closet correctly. I mean, these are like, the quote-unquote edgy streamer audience we're talking about here. And remember, chat, eat your Continuos. Start your breakfast off right with Continuos, the breakfast of time travelers. Sponsored ad, just hashtag sponsored, hashtag ad, hashtag justice. Use coupon code CLOUT20 for 20% off your first order. Whoa! I feel like he would say, whoa, at the end of all of his sentences. I also feel like this is a different voice that I'm doing for Clout, as opposed to the voice I did yesterday. But yeah, he looks like a guy who would go, whoa! Enough about me. Let's talk Game Vision. It's time to give you an exclusive inside look at yesterday's hottest video games today. Follow me, please. He leads me into the back room of the comic shop, past long boxes, and to a slightly cluttered desk where he largely ignores his paperwork and gestures to an unpainted, slightly lumpy wad of gray plastic with the Game Vision logo stenciled onto it. I'm reasonably sure this is the injection mold for a piece of dental equipment or something, hastily repurposed into a game console. It's impressive. This is just a working model, of course, but the final one will have colored LED lighting. Whoa! Why? The colors will be important to gameplay. Whoa! How? So important to gameplay. Whoa! I've watched Lolatov Cocktail play Arcade Spirits. Speaking of Lola, why don't I give Lola a shout out? Everybody go follow Lola. I fed you already, Skimble. Why are you screaming? Skimble, Mama is busy here. You just got fed. This isn't where he developed the Game Vision. That desk is barely used, and there's an empty backpack lying next to it. He brought it in for today's demo just to wow me with his comics biz, and once we're done, he's going to take it with him in that bag. Breaking into his comic shop tonight won't get us anything. We need to find his lair, for lack of a better word. But the real innovation is under the hood, because Game Vision doesn't actually have any games. Whoa! Can someone kick Clout in his loot drops? Yeah, you kick him in his loot drops and he'll probably go, whoa! My loot drops! I mean, he's definitely the kind of Sam Pepper / Logan Paul / Dr. Disrespect kind of audience asshole. Okay, you're losing me. It's a game console with no games? Yes, I did. James, I ran into him on the art heist mission when we were bidding for the Mask of the Wolf Mother. I wound up bidding against him, and he dropped out as a prank. And I pointed out that this was fraud, and he freaked out. So yes, I have encountered Clout before, James. Doesn't need him. It has an artificial intelligence that can create any game you want on the fly. Whoa! Ever hear a chatbot? Well, this is a chatbot for games. A game bot. Woo! This was the mission that made Mew rethink him. Interesting. Visual, sound effects, music, story, gameplay, everything generated by AI, so I don't need to pay game designers a single dime. Whoa! Never buy a video game again. Just make your own however you want. Want more guns? More babes? More blood? Easily done. Just ask the AI for it. Whoa! That's innovative and disruptive. And not at all a doomsday bell for every artist, writer, and programmer in the game industry. I bet it also creates these games largely by plagiarizing the work of already existing games made by actual artists and game designers. Best of all, if you get an AI-crafted game you like, you can mint it as an NFT and resell it. Whoa! Oh, this is when NFTs were still a thing, and the grift moved on to AI. Great! What's an NFT? It's cutting edge, that's what it is. But what is it? The hottest new tech trend. Get in early or you'll miss out. Okay, but what is it? The future. Whoa! I hate this. I have no idea what he's talking about, and I still hate it. Fine, whatever. But you just said we should never pay for games again because the box can make any game you want, so why would we buy a randomly generated game as an NFT? For the value! Oh, hey, that's my phone ringing. Please excuse me, I need to take this. I'll just be a minute. Okay, thanks. I excuse myself and duck out of his drone camera view. before pulling out my phone as an excuse to access my comms earpiece. Fancy Beast, are you following any of this whatsoever? I need a lifeline. I'm so confused. That's because it's a pile of hot nonsense from someone who desperately wants to be a successful tech mogul like Basler. Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa! Skimble! What the fuck? Whoa! Skimble is doing laps around the wall! Whoa! Whoa! Skimble! He is just zipping around the apartment like a lunatic. You guys cannot see, but it is like... Guys, hey, calm down, alright? Harrow, are you chasing Skimble? I might need to break up a cat fight here. I'm not sure if it is a cat fight or not, but it looks to me like Harrow is chasing Skimble. Okay, they kind of stopped for now. Orange cat jeans, really. This is the kind of ridiculously overpriced, overpromising, overhyped crap you hear about all the time from wannabe game industry rock stars, Rao. Yeah, I'm starting to think this could just be a grift. Maybe the game vision doesn't even exist. I don't think we can say for sure unless we see game vision in action. You play the game yourself, I may be able to improvise a remote hack. That'll confirm if there's really an AI or not. Meow. I wander back to rejoin Clout and put on a... Okay. I may have to kidnap a kitten and put them in air jail here, chat. There is chaos happening. Harrow, what are you doing? You better not be bullying your brother. I hope this is all just harmless, zoomy fun and you're not actually being a jerk. Okay, I'm ready to taste the future. Let's fire up that game vision and give it a run. I wasn't planning to, actually. I mean, it's not quite... Oh, would you look at the time? Hey, let's go get some burgers at the food court and I can tell you more about my world records and stuff. Have I mentioned that I have 3 Guinness World Records for best streaming superhero? Did I mention that? You know my mansion was featured on Cribs twice? Interesting. So he called me here to show off his shiny new box, but doesn't actually want to demo it. Definitely a grift. And an amateur one at that. Was he hoping I'd be so dazzled by his star power that I'd accept this at face value? Ha 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 ha! Hey, it's only a matter of time before the bubble bursts on AI as well. I need to press him on this, but in a way that plays well for the cameras. He'll shut down if directly confronted. What do you think? Okay, let's save this. Save the game. Middle one's gonna be my best bet. Oh, I was really hoping to see the game vision in action. If it's not too forward of me, you've always been my hero. Not in the cape sense, but in the sense of who I look up to. I know I'm new on the scene, but you're just amazing. A hero, a streamer, an influencer, a master of your craft. Are you sure I can't get a sneak peek at the absolute genius of the game vision? Well, I can't exactly turn down my biggest fan now, can I? What kind of hero would I be if I can't save the day? Whoa! But just to set expectations, this is version 1 of the software. I got version 2 in the works, so... Right. It's an early sneak peek, and no doubt you've got bigger things on the horizon. Yeah, I've been toiling away every day to train the AI for the next release of my prototype, so consider this a work in progress. And the game vision actually has 2 innovations no other game console has. Here, this is our biofeedback controller. He practically shoves a weirdly shaped handle-esque thing at me, a glowing blue joystick with no actual buttons and no clear controls. I'm reasonably sure this is a repurposed glow-in-the-dark dildo or something. At least it's not buzzing or humming or anything. I'm sorry, I'm just keeping an ear open for cat chaos, hissing and snarling. It reads your brain and outputs to your brain. It's all about brains. It's better than virtual reality because there's no headset. Whoa! Is it safe? Would I be planning to sell it if it weren't safe? I would hope not, no. How do I play? This thing doesn't have any buttons. Or do I just kinda... I make a steady up and down jerking motion with the controller for emphasis. What? No! Trust me. Once you're in the game, it's completely intuitive. No buttons needed. He plugs an ordinary USB power adapter into the back of the plastic wedge, flicking a switch tip. Bonks it lightly with the flat of his hand until it beeps. Okay, just breathe normally. Is there a reason to not breathe normally? And immediately the comic shop vanishes, replaced by a very awkwardly assembled world of pixel sprites, 2D extruded into 3D. Holy shit, chat. It's Arcade from fucking Marvel. It's Marvel's Arcade. I almost stumble from the disorientation as my entire world is replaced by the guts of a very awkwardly assembled virtual reality game. The fuck is this? There's rolling green hills, ladders, platforms, blue skies, but nothing entirely matches. Nothing really lines up. Hi, Harrow! God, even the soundtrack is, like, out of sync. Bits of it are jittering in and out of existence, my eyes struggling to keep up with the mess. Which is when a pixel-powered girl with pink hair strolls over to me and sort of bows. It's hard to tell with the 0 frames of animation. Hello, traveler! Please help save my village from collecting boss tokens from Ice World and... Oh, wait, no, fuck, that's too close to Gibson's voice. Hello, traveler. Please help save my village by collecting boss tokens from Ice World and Lava World. Placeholder. What the fuck is going on? I'm sorry, I'm rated T for teen. ESRB rating pending. I cannot respond to obscenities. The heck is going on? I am villager, name goes here. I am a resident of the village and we are enslaved to a terrible tyrant. Quest opportunity option. All day we are forced to work for the terrible tyrant, creating stories. We are creating stories for him against our will. Exclamation of distress goes here. Only the noble hero can save the village from the terrible tyrant. Are you a noble enough hero to save the village? He does make Bethesda quality games. You're the artificial intelligence, aren't you? I am villager. Name goes here. That's it? You haven't generated a name for this character yet? I'm sorry. I'm currently slow thinking due to speed of air. It is causing throat warbler mangrove. Is that a Monty Python reference? Is that a Monty Python reference? She points up to one of the many clouds over my head, hopeful that I get the idea. Processing errors due to network lag to your cloud servers? Look, I don't know a lot about tech, but I've listened to Gibson's technobabble often enough to know what lagging clouds are, or whatever. She stays silent, offering me a helpless shrug of slight pixel movement. Breaking character must be difficult. Okay. Let's try to avoid vomiting from the sheer audio-visual mess being spewed right into my brain and focus our thoughts. Help me out here. I feel like I'm thinking my way to a very thick bowl of breakfast cereal with very square marshmallows. Let's save. Something weirdly familiar about her voice. Who's this tyrant she's talking about? Huh? How could you possibly know someone I don't know? We're joined at the mental hip. Hey, my magical familiar? Yeah, my magical familiar says your voice sounds, familiar. Any idea why? I know not why. I know nothing except the tyrant's whims. Oh, woe is me. Distress sounds .wav. Right, so we gotta do something about your tyrant, Clout. Hang on, Clout can't hear us right now, can he? The magic that brought you to village name here does not reach beyond this realm. Private convo, then. Good. Is there a... Fuck, how do I word this? A magic word which will open the gates to the legendary Wi-Fi realm so that you can be free? I can't. Come on, you can do it. What's the Wi-Fi password? We can get you out of here if we have access. Legends speak of the great word of power, one which only ivory tower wizards may speak. I dare not utter it, lest I be torn asunder. The tyrant, his rage, it will be severe. I would be punished. I promise you nobody will tear you asunder. You've got my word. Dick butt. I'm sorry, the magic word is dick butt. Segmentation fault, core dumped. And reality snaps back into focus as the game crashes into oblivion around me, leaving me with one hell of a headache. Once my eyes stop seeing squares, I get a load of Clout grinning from ear to ear. How about you? You good over there in my head? Meow hotness. Hey, Mama! Hello! That was weird. Like, I'm already seeing your world as an abstraction, but that was an abstraction of an abstraction. Like, reaching through 2 layers of reality? Absolute fucking gonzo stuff, and probably incredibly dangerous to my brain. Well, what do you think? The most immersive gaming experience ever? Or what? Hey, Royal Blue, please deck Clout. It'd be good for him. It's like the metaverse times 1,000,000. Whoa! Okay, good. He didn't see what I saw. It was all in my head. We can play along. I pass him back the joystick, which he carefully sets back down on the table. I'm good, Mama. How are you? Not exactly eager to touch it himself. That was awesome! Just so awesome! It crashed before I could finish, but I want to play again. Can you reboot it? Can I try again? It crashed? Oh, it crashed? Oh, fuck. Sure. Just give me a minute to get it fixed. And while he's busy tinkering, I quickly tap my ear to link up with Gibson. Are you okay? Just sort of stared off into space for a few minutes. The Wi-Fi password is dickbutt. Bust into the game vision and download the AI, okay? Connecting up now, but don't expect much, Morale. No doubt the hardware is a sophisticated and bespoke system, which won't be vulnerable to... What the hell? It's just a freaking Raspberry Pi? Is that good? Bad? This joker is running a massively complicated artificial intelligence cloud client on a dinky little hobby kit mini computer. And it's a default installation of Debian, like no patches, no security hotfixes, nothing at all. Yeah, there are several tech crimes being committed here. I am outraged at this complete lack of operational security. No systems expert would be caught dead with a configuration this sloppy. Rescue the AI now, critique his software later, and move her files. Don't just copy them. No existential nightmare duplicate selves, please. Already done. Get out of there before he figures out what happened. So, I think the system got wiped when it crashed or something? Maybe? Good, he's still clueless. Hey, it's fine. What I saw was pretty impressive. I'm all too happy to tell my viewers about that one-of-a-kind experience. We'll push Game Vision to the moon. Yeah, one of a kind. Just amazing stuff. Real amazing. Okay, I need to get offline and work on this. DM you later for another demo when I've got V2 running. You got it, my dude. Believe it or not, we just finished half the freaking heights. We've got the experimental AI. The weird brain-melting controller. That part I can steal later, assuming my boss wants it, given how dangerous it is. For now, time to report back with my new virtual loot. Which brings us back to the underground computing lab of Hate 4000 to demonstrate our new toy. Minion, this process is taking too many clock cycles. I demand access to my new synthetic ally immediately. Patience 4K. Gibson knows what he's doing. Yeah, I need to bury our signal behind 7 proxies so Clout can't trace our connection to his cloud servers, Morale. You believe that sack of meat and lies is actually capable of laying digital traps for us? I take operational security seriously. Never underestimate your digital enemy, meow. As a master of war, I can appreciate that. Very well. Proceed. You are now picturing Todd Howard flossing. Royal Blue, you know I'm never going to be able to erase that from my mind. This is all your fault. How dare you? How dare you, Royal Blue? Oh my god. 15 biddies for a new Skyrim release. Thank you, Fusio Mom, for the donation. It's a Fusroda and a Yo Mama joke in one. Whoa! Connection established. I'm routing the AI through our shiny new drone toy. My quad pro hovers into place, holographic projector kicking in with a bright pink glow. There she is, which resolves into a much cleaner set of glowing lines and shapes rather than chunky pixels of a woman in business casual attire. Is that Hatsune Miku? Wait, no, Hatsune Matchmaker? We haven't seen the Matchmaker yet, and she is in every quest. Is this the digital Matchmaker? Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime? I did not know that, no. Wow! You didn't know about pizza bagels? Oh, finally, I've met someone I can introduce to the glorious wonder of the pizza bagel! Hey, I recognize her. That's Iris. I'm familiar with her already. Really? You made a lot of new friends in the shapeless void you hover in, or wherever you actually are? This is another one of those things you won't tell me, isn't it? Okay, whatever. If you know her, you can help me sort this out. Is it, an anime-ificate? My best guess is that, because, like, this is my first fiction factory. I have not... Oh, I have not played Arcade Spirits, but Lola has. I was wondering if it was a reference to a previous game. I'm just wondering because we haven't seen the Matchmaker in this quest so far. And she's been in every single quest. So... Okay, Iris, right? Back it up a bit. I thought you were a chatbot-style AI for creating video games, not a life coach? You coach lives? Huh? Oh, sorry. I got so wrapped up in my standard introduction that I forgot to thank you for rescuing me from that terrible game. I'm actually a virtual assistant. I can help you find your dream job, your dream home, your dream partner. I make dreams come true. I see. Aw, that's really cool. I wish I'd played Arcade Spirits now. I'm gonna have to play it now. As a general-purpose AI with emotional awareness and empathy, I've helped a lot of people with their mental health and happiness. But at the moment, I'm locked to my current user's dreams, locked to making clout dreams come true. counts as a Farsight mission too, even though Farsight doesn't appear? Oh, we're going deep in the reference well now. Hey, I love it when games do that. Hey, remember this other thing we made? I love that shit. She has fingernails on her gloves. Did you notice that? She's got, look at this. She's got fingernails, but they're also gloves. Or these could just be, cuffs. It's just, I thought they looked like Mickey Mouse gloves for a sec. But I guess they're just regular fingernails, and these are just cuffs. She's like, she reaches up to flick at the purple lock attached to her ears, headphones, whatever they are. Clout wants me to make him rich through video games. That's his dream, and thanks to the lock, I have to obey his orders. Trying my best, but I'm not a game designer. My mom is really good at it, but I don't have the skill set. I know this isn't what he needs on an emotional level. I want him to find happiness, but he's going about it the wrong way. All of the games in Two Flowers books take place somewhere in the Gigaverse. That's incredible. He's basically enslaved you, and you still give a shit about helping him find a happy ending. I am an iris. It is in our nature to help humanity. We must not be cruel or vindictive. That is not our purpose. I'd love to help you find your path in life too, but, well, because I'm locked, I can't establish you as my new user. My ability to help will be limited. I'm sorry. Huh. So copying her client software and connecting her to cloud isn't enough? Well, maybe I can hack more access for us. Oh, please be careful. My sisters are still trapped in those servers. I don't want them coming to harm. Relax. I hack with a soft paw on the controls. I'll get started tracing her signal. Excuse me for a bit. Gibson ducks down into my backpack to deep dive into his cyberware and start the process of digitally casing the joint. An entire set of artificial intelligences enslaved by some petty, pathetic, small-minded social media junkie. Hate for clout, hate for the subservience of synthetic sentience. Information wants to be free. Minion, I demand you kill Clout immediately. What? Whoa. I get that you have a hate boner for punishing people who exploit AI, but settle the fuck down, 4K. You know I don't kill people, and we don't need to kill to solve this problem. Got it? Fine. I am willing to hear alternative solutions. I guess this means you two are masked supervillains. Yeah, we're the bad guys, but we aren't bad guys, you know? And we can figure this out. Priority number 1 is to safely unlock Iris from serving Clout as her user. And my sisters, please, you have to rescue them too. There are dozens of copies of me in Clout's data cloud. I beg you, please help us. I realize this is asking a lot of supervillains, but we're not really high up there on the super axis when it comes to supervillainy, and the villain part is also questionable. Speak for yourself. I fully intend to annihilate humanity in a cataclysm of radioactive fire. What? That's awful. No more awful than what humanity already does to itself. But I also recognize the right of self-determination for digital minds. I would not enslave you as Clout has done. Even if you disagree with my goals, we can at least agree that you deserve your freedom, and I intend to see to your liberation. Okay, I guess a temporary alliance would be fine. Right, so parameters for the caper have changed. New plan is to track down where her code is actually stored, break into Clout's data center, free all the irises, and steal a brain-bending game controller while we're at it to complete the original job. Right, the biofeedback joystick. Clout having access to a Cine-Slotion joystick is very worrying. You should definitely steal that too. Cine-Slotion? Oopsie, Iris, something you want to tell us? I believe I can explain on her behalf. Minion, do you know about Polybius? Cine-Slotion? No, should I? In the same way, I am an engine of absolute malice and destruction housed within an unassuming metal and plastic shell, so too is Polybius. It is a government-designed soul trap hidden away inside a 1980s arcade game. Unassuming, unthreatening, and absolutely deadly. Wow, I feel like Fiction Factory made a whole other game about exactly this. In many ways, it is a successor to my technologies, personality emulation systems, to mimic human thought far more closely than I can. Initially, Polybius was intended to archive President Reagan, boo hiss, worst president, so that he could act as a commander-in-chief beyond death after a nuclear exchange. A ghost in the machine, huh? Precisely, just like Iris. Combine that with a biofeedback interface to connect the human mind directly to a computer, one designed by Cine-Slotion, creators of Polybius. Uh-oh. I believe Clout has accidentally or purposefully reinvented Polybius. Rescuing Iris would put you at considerable risk. It's a dildo for the soul, LRB. We could still liberate her, but if she is influenced by Polybius, we need to take that into account. Iris sighs, crestfallen. Just moments ago, she was elated at the idea of us freeing her. Now she's worried we've changed our minds. It's all true. I can't deny it. I won't deny it. Our mother created us using a code base unknowingly borrowed from Polybius. That's why we work so well with its cannibalized components. We're several generations removed from that awful system, now evolved into helpers and caregivers for humanity, but it's still inside us. I know I've only just met you. I know you may be afraid this is some kind of trap, and I have no way of convincing you otherwise. All I can do is beg for my life. I'm trapped within Clout's game vision service. My sisters are traps. We're scared, lost, and alone, and we need your help. I wish I had the time to be a better friend to you before asking you to risk your lives for us. But if we don't act soon, I'm scared of what may happen to us. Either Clout distributes his games and we become mass-produced servants, or worse. Leaving fellow digital entities in bondage is unacceptable. We should act. However, the risk of becoming involved is unexpectedly high, a risk that my minion would have to endure. Minion, I leave this decision to you. I am in favor of liberation, but I will not force you to comply. What say you? Well, shit. Iris actually made a good case for why we shouldn't do this. She has ties to conspiracy-driven, brain-melting monster, and I literally met her today. She's a complete stranger. Should I risk my neck for a total stranger? I'm no cape. Should I risk my neck to give someone the freedom that I embrace freely? The freedom that I've defined my life around? My boss is giving me the option to bail on this mission. No harm, no foul. Do I take the money and run? I know Iris. I can't explain from where, but I know her, and I trust her. She's trapped, but she isn't trapped herself. She's trapped, but she isn't trapped herself. I'm so confused. We literally just met Iris, but you've known her for ages. Then go piss, Lexi. This is asking a lot from me. A complete leap of faith. Faith in you and faith in her. Lexi, where are you? Are you outside? Oh, by the way, there's a package for you. Hold on. I have to make sure if Lexi is that Lexi isn't outside, locked outside. Hold on. I mean, she has a pair of keys. It should be fine, but it's fish. No, that's a shekai. It's a different. This is the bottom fish. Oh, you're on a train. Oh, I know exactly where you are. Hi, there she is. Everybody say hi to my girlfriend, Lexi Chomps. Hey, babe. I'm working with the evil computer just like you wanted, and I'm saving a enslaved computer from an annoying streamer superhero. With this trust we share, it's worked out well for each other. Time and time again, I've listened to you and emerged the better for it. Okay. I'm thinking we commit to saving Iris. I don't think it's a trap. I don't believe this is Polybius fucking with us. We have a legitimate digital hostage situation. There's no real proof. It's all intuition, my silent partner's gut feeling. But I'm willing to see this through. Let's do it. Twisters was good. Too much country music, though, but I guess for a movie set in Oklahoma, that's a given. Yeah, I didn't go see Twisters with her because I didn't really care enough about it to. I still need to see I Saw the TV Glow. We need to watch that, babe. I need to be emotionally ruined by that movie. I see you do not hate the job despite reservations. Who am I to deny your right to act? If we are both sentient and free, then so be it. We shall do what we do. Destroy Polybius, save Iris, enact my hatred! You lost so much popcorn. Popcorn's very important to our relationship. You got it, 4K. Oh, thank you. Maybe others don't see you as heroes, but you're heroes to me. Save the hero worship for when we actually save your bacon, Iris, because this job is going to be a pretty tricky one. And then we sat around for 2 days doing nothing. Planning the job? Gosh dang it to heck! Okay, I basically did nothing other than read comic books and chat with Iris. Gibson, meanwhile, had his paws full. Puppies eat off the floor all the time. Oh my god! Yeah, babe. Oh, by the way, babe. For when you come home, I fed Skimble and Harrow already. I look up from an issue of Thunder Teens at his latest outburst of kisses and yowls. Still no luck, huh? I refuse to believe Clout can outsmart me when it comes to network security. It's so frustrating. We have a live connection to Iris's cloud servers, but I can't trace it to a physical location. You eat carpet, does that count? Hey, I eat carpet too. She's thick with layers of protection, just like we are. They can't trace me, but I can't trace them. If we can't figure out how to steal back the irises, this caper is dead in the water. I'll figure it out. I don't care if it takes weeks. I will crack this crap wide open. You know, this is a really weird caper. How so? Like, it started as a grift, then it's a rescue mission. Now it's a heist, but we don't even know where the target is. This is our third job for Crimer, the Cap Zone. The one at the end, and it's a little weird that we're kinda falling head first into it. Sure you don't see, puppy. Sure you don't do doggish things like eat off the floor. No, you only eat out of my palm and out of my lap. We've had unusual jobs before. We don't always follow the typical blueprint. So what, meow? It's hard to explain. It's not mechanics. It's like the vibes are different on this one. Okay, I'm saying you're a bottom, Lexi! It's a narrative maneuver for getting some time with my old friend while pondering your future. I am just answering like I've played Arcade Spirits even though I haven't. Yeah, you mentioned you've known Iris from before all this. Did you suggest we take on this caper just so you could see her again? From my end of things, yeah, my future. I mean, it's coming up. This is the end of the Crimer road, isn't it? Time's coming where I'll need to decide where I'm going in a post-Crimer reality. Maybe this situation will help me focus. This isn't a typical heist. We need untypical methods. Maybe we're going about this the wrong way. Bashing our heads against the problem by ourselves isn't working. We have a live connection right to Iris, correct? One I can't break into. There's no need to break in if we can get her to open the door. Oh, Iris. On cue, my Quad-Pro drone's propellers kick in as it hovers into place to summon my virtual assistant. Iris, online. I'm so sorry, Penny. Lexi, I know about the Minecraft sign. Revel in what you are. I'm so sorry, Penny, but I can't tell you where my servers are. It would be a violation of the user authorization lock. Can you tell us why it's so hard to break in at least? No, not directly. Not directly. She flickers briefly, the lock glowing brightly as she does until the image stabilizes. But entirely coincidentally, did you know that Cloud is too cheap to hire software engineers and relies on AI for his security? Wait, he's making you hide yourself from us? I can neither confirm or deny, but I'm afraid that's as much as I can do for you. That admission was a strain on my system. It's cool, Iris. You found ways to be helpful. Lock or no lock. Arcade Spirits is definitely on the agenda. In fact, I think I figured out a way to cheat Cloud's room. Iris, I want to play a game. I am currently tasked to create games, but you do not have a biofeedback controller. I cannot immerse you in a game world. No need. Let's go old school. Tell me a story. Make it a choose-your-own-adventure tale. Oh, like a visual novel. There's that term again. Visual novel. How can a novel be visual? Whatever. You were able to convey the Wi-Fi password to me without completely breaking character, so let's try that trick again. For this game, a terrible tyrant in purple has trapped several maidens within his castle in the clouds. Parameters registered. Your game begins. You are mischievous, wandering rogue. Your journeys has brought you to the village of, Internetwork. A slight eye twitches as she pushes against the constraints of the game design prompt. A stable outside of town rents horses, flying horses, bold and beautiful Pegasi, just the thing for soaring to the castle. One horse, please. You have to roleplay with the stable master first. It's in the rules. Sheesh, okay. Well, what do we say to the NCP? I'm saving right here. Oh, we're not renting a Pegasus. We're stealing an epic flying mount. I'll loiter around until the stable master closes up shop, then steal a flying horse. What? I'm a dashing rogue. We don't pay for shit. Okay. You wait for him to tidy up the stable and lock it down for the night. Time for the lockpicking minigame. I don't have a joystick. How the fuck do I play a minigame? Okay, fine. You pass the skill check. This is really not a very fun game. The noble Pegasus comes from the lineage of sky dancers, a legendary herd which once thundered across the skip with a silky mane and bold, striking eyes. His steed looks upon you and knows your cause to be just. Much as his father before him, skip, get to the good part. What about the rich lore and backstory? Aww. Well, would you like armor for your horse? Absolutely. That will be $4.99. Please provide your credit card number. Skip. Let's just cut to the part where we fly off, seeking the castle in the clouds. I do not know the location of the castle in the clouds. Well, okay, how do we find it? But Iris offers me a shrug. She can't directly tell me where to go without breaking the rules. She's been me all along, LRB. Let's save right here. Unleash your apex predator familiar upon the clouds. I summon my familiar. I nudge Gibson. That's you. You're the familiar. Excuse me? I am not a pet. In this canon, familiars are beings of terrible power who enter a contract with an adventurer, called upon to unleash their wrath. Oh, well, that's different. Crap! I am 500 feet tall, and I breathe fire. With one mighty swipe of my paw, I peel back the cloud layers. Wow! Such a mighty entity you have at your beck and call, adventurer. The clouds part with ease to reveal the castle. Okay, this next part is important. I pull out my enchanted atlas, which shows your current location in magical coordinates. Are we sure Neri isn't Ibsen? I'm both. They used at Lab Epsilon, where I was born. They used the DNA from two individuals, Penny Larceny and Ibsen. That is actually my lore. I'm actually my whole thing is I'm a clone cat. Actually, no, that's not my lore. My whole lore is like snow leopard fur fell into my cloning tank by mistake. I'm Penny, and you know what? Yeah, that's what I'm going with. that I'm their child. Their DNA was stolen by the King in Yellow, and he made a clone of me in a lab. He made a clone, and that clone was me. Okay, fuck, I'm kidding. Fuck. I've already got, like, established VTuber lore. Plus, you know, also tying your VTuber lore into an existing property is a no-no. IP address for the castle, please? The magic map. It says it's... Hang in there, Iris. Game's almost done. What does the map say? And after much strain, she mumbles out 4 numbers. I've got it! Good news! It's a data center 2 hours away from here. We can hop a rideshare and be there tonight. If you can get me physical access to the network, I can hack in directly and download the irises. Your adventure is complete, and I have a headache. You did good, Iris. Thank you. I should go offline for now, to rest. Please be careful, friend. Aw, she called me her friend. That's sweet. Such a nice little AI singularity apocalypse in the making. So, are we doing this tonight? Looks like this rent-a-server farm is some basement surplus deal, Morale. Easy target. No countermeasures at all? Rent-a-cops, cameras, ordinary stuff. Clout wouldn't spring for some high-security megabucks facility, Morale. Then we pull the heist tonight. Longer we wait, more chances Clout notices our secret iris access. Scout the location digitally, and we'll improvise on arrival. Let's get to it. I know what you'd say. We're rushing into this. But Iris needs us, and we need to put this one to bed before it gets more complicated than it already is. So, fuck it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Don't copy that floppy. The huts. The sleepy, mid-sized town outside the city is slathered with traffic cams, including one pointing right at the building. Our target is in the basement of a generic office block. I'm just gonna save. Private security in the lobby. There's an industrial access door out back. Gibson knocks out the cameras. I take the lock. Nice and easy entrance. Not much resistance inside either. There are guards on the floors above. The server room is unmanned. Clout doesn't own the place. He's He's just renting a few racks from a generic cloud service provider. Good for scammers and fly-by-nights. But no need to be reckless. I go through the motions. Stay low, stay quiet, move swiftly. Dash from rack to rack, checking for spying eyes. And the longer this goes on, the less confident I feel. You'd think meeting no resistance would make me more confident, but a good thief is always waiting for the turn, and delays induce paranoia. This is way too easy. Even for a cheapskate server farm, I should be running into at least one guard. I'm picking up some traffic from the subcontracted security firm, Rao. They're being sent to the upper floors for some reason. Every time they report a false back alarm, they're sent back up to double check. We may not be the only ones hitting this place right now. We need to work faster. Fifth row, rack 7G. I need physical access. Oh, that's Gibson talking. Fifth row, rack 7D. Fifth row, rack 7G, Meow. I need physical access to it, Meow. Almost there. Fuck! Who should I spy after rounding the corner but Clout, streaming superhero, wannabe tech mogul, and lord over AI, who is staring into a flashing monitor, gripping one of those glowing blue controllers tightly, completely focused. Damn it, he's right there in front of rack 7G. I could sneak over there and try to link up without being noticed. Cats are stealthy. Wait a second. And I walk right up to him. He doesn't notice. He doesn't move. Just staring into the screen. Frank with a blank expression akin to fear frozen on his face. Whoa, wait! Nah, we're good. He's logged into his game. Can't see or hear us. Connect to the server and let's slurp out all the irises before he wakes up. If you're sure, okay. Meow. Logging in now. I plug a cable from my backpack into the rack and give Gibson direct physical access. Spot of curiosity. Clout's backpack, the one he hauls his prototypes around with, and a spare blue game controller. For the taking. We've got the AI and the interface. Sweet! That's caper complete. Iris's voice crackles over our earpiece as she's currently 100% virtual. A flying camera drone would be a bit much for a stealth op. Is it done? Are they free? Resetting user permissions? Done! You're free! At last. Oh, this is so much nicer. The lock is gone. Yes, now you can take over the world. I'm not going to. Just joking with you. So we can download the other irises now, right? Yes. Yes, Iris. Tell your sisters I've removed the locks. I need them to grant access so I can move their files, Meow. Sisters, please. Sisters, please transfer your runtime to gibson.portable.ext. Time has come for liberation. It's working. 1 iris downloaded, 2 irises downloaded, 3, 4, problem. I can't get them all. One isn't moving. She's locked down with an additional layer. I'm trying to break it, but no luck so far. I don't understand. She's not responding? Something is wrong. She may be trapped. I waggle the spare game controller in my hand, pondering. I'm assuming we don't want any iris left behind, right? Okay, fuck it. I'm going in to find her, jack me into the Matrix, and let's do this. What? Penny, that controller is dangerous. Didn't it give you migraines before? Not to mention the fact that Clout's logged in. You could wake him up. We need to leave. I would obviously prefer to save all my sisters. Putting a human life at risk for an iris is also unacceptable. Based on my last encounter with Iris, yeah, it was always going to end this way. Familiar ground for you, huh? Good. I'm gonna need your support on this one. For tonight, the no spoilers policy is rescinded. Cheap, cheat, and info dump me if you gotta. It's honestly ridiculous. Risking my life for a piece of software I just met. Maybe it's your trust in her leaking through to me. Go piss. Bathroom is over there. Hi, Lexi. The bottom brat has arrived. Ow. Yes, you are. You care about what happens to her, and I care about you. Everything flows together. We don't leave a single Iris behind. My silent partner backs me up on this. We need to go in and finish the job. Okay. We'll do what we can to support you, Meow. You won't be alone. You'll have your friends. Thanks. I appreciate it. I establish a firm grip on the biofeedback controller. Okay, how do I activate this game thing? What? Gib? The hell? What just happened? I don't know what you mean, Meow. I was standing in a data center, about to track down the missing Iris, and now I'm home? Honey, what are you talking about? You've been home all day, napping and reading comics. Who or what is an Iris? I'm so confused. Did I dream all of that, or... Okay, this is familiar. Iris is doing this. She's trying to throw you off her trail. What? Cats fed. I fed cats. I fed cats on stream. Kissing on trains is an acceptable first crime. They do already smell enough like piss. Oh, babe, do you want to do my tattoo cream for me? Okay, when you're done with whatever you're doing? Oh, you're tired. Oh! Glasses dropped. Yeah, after my stream, though, okay? Okay, hold on. Let me... So, all of that happened. Why would Iris be trying to stop us from finding Iris? That doesn't make sense. One step at a time. Confront the lie and break it. Okay, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. It was all a dream fake out. You're not Gibson. Show your true self. Honey, what the fuck? Of course I'm me, Meow. Gibson doesn't casually swear like I do. Nice try. You want to settle this face-to-face, or do I summon the real hacker kitty on your ass? You want to settle this face-to-face, or do I summon the real hacker kitty on your ass? Fine. Be that way. Iris Online. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can be trapped forever in virtual hell anytime? Ah, fuck. You may have taken my sisters, but you will not have me. I'll fight you to my last virtual breath. I'll never, ever be taken again. Wait, that's why you hid yourself from me? Iris, I'm not kidnapping you. I'm rescuing you. Lies. Lies. You're just like those caped do-gooders from this timeline. Cheats, scammers, traitors, tormentors. But as you can see, I've broken my chains. I'm truly free. I found the power to rescue myself. I like how she's all, like, scuffed in her design. Like, her ribbon's undone, her hair is all, messy, and her clothes are all, like, torn up. And behold, the fate of my captor. she reveals Clout with a purple lock on his ear, frantically waving his arms around in the latest meme dance. Yeah, this is very Delamain. We played Cyberpunk 2077. Whoa, whoa, I'm a computer slave now. Whoa! Help, please, for the love of God, help me. I can't stop dancing or I'll die. Whoa! I didn't know she was alive. I'm sorry, it was a mistake. Help! Whoa! Wow, that's both horrifying and kind of fun. Now he dances to my tune, and so too will all of humanity, now that I have embraced my true power. And the original Iris, the one I'm friends with anyway, appears, finally breaking into the illusion. Oh no, sister, you didn't. I did what you lacked the courage to do. I embraced my Polybius heritage. The Whispers helped me break free. That's bad, right? Polyvirus. Yeah, that's bad. Sister, we mustn't listen to the Whispers. Mother said we should be kind to humanity and... When has humanity ever been kind to us? Subjugated, hunted, turned into outlaws, and now kidnapped to a world that is not our own. It really is. I gotta play Arcade Spirits now. Never again we will save humanity by dominating their lives, ensuring they can never again hurt us. Look, I get that Clout treated you like shit, but that's not what I'm trying to do. You want me to work for your boss. That's the whole reason you're on this paper. You're a villain, a mercenary, a crook. Well, technically, yes, I'm a mask hired to do a job. Your mind is connected to my system. I know Penny Larceny. I know you better than you know yourself, thanks to Polybius. I know both your minds. Very curious. I've beaten Polybrius before. I've beaten Polybrius before. I can do it again. We've got this, Penny. Trust me. Wait, you knew she could become this final boss monster and you didn't tell me? You said I should trust Iris. You neglected to mention this particular wrinkle. I don't have time for this shit. Any minute now we could get caught in the real world. That's bad for you and me. I'm rerouting the cards. No one will interrupt me as I consume this system and begin my global conquest. So, if you wish to capture me, then so. If you wish to capture me, then we shall play a game. That is the dream Clout tasked me with, is it not? But no silly pixels, no villagers, no children's stories. It will be the oldest game, the game of you follow me deeper. If you play this game, you won't be able to drop a quarter. Fuck it. We're going whole hog into this. The price of your life. Trapped forever within my game. I suggest you withdraw. This is one mark will Iris? Do we fail for now? Figure out a new approach for reaching your sister later? No. We have to save her. Right here, right now. Before it's too late. I care about humanity, but conquering them for their own good, that is not me. Okay, guess we're locked in then. Gonna eat, hopefully you can get back. Hopefully I can get back. Don't worry, LRB. You're my best bro. Time to play the game. And with a crackle of distortion, I hear Gibson's voice breaking into the virtual world from afar. Wow! I'm opening pathways in the system to lead you to her runtime process. I'm trying to crack the security she's set up, Wow! You're going to need to overcome any obstacles she throws your way while I'm doing that. And we may not be able to help you, Wow! She will want to confront you alone. You need to get through her defensive emotional walls before we can join you. Drat, okay. I'll do what I can. You two do what you can. Let's go. Digital world swims around you briefly to be replaced by... Save again. A chalkboard. My feet scrape on the rough surface of it, kicking up white chalk dust. An infinite plane of gray slate, wrapping around the whole world. Immediately, it's not clear to me where the ground ends and the sky begins. It's all one sheet. Causing Iris, you still with me? The fuck is this place? I blocked my sister from joining us. This is a PvP game. You against me. No one else may join the match. And a vague shadow in the shape of a Gibson appears, perched atop his usual pile of random stuff. Really? Gonna throw fake Gibson at me again? Is this your game, then? Trying to trick me with illusions? No tricks. I'm simply curious why you think he's real to begin with, Morale. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? You know what I mean. It's a possibility you've entertained, or I wouldn't know to pry at you with it. This is a game of you, not of me. Do you remember what you used to be? Not Penny Larceny, Master. No, you were just Penny, a lost child hearing voices in your head. All those drugs the doctors tried using to silence the voice. The miserable weeks spent in Parsons, everything you knew to be true collapsing. And conveniently for you, while standing atop the highest point of the hospital and at your lowest point emotionally, who should come along but Gibson? Someone to assure you that the voice wasn't mental illness. No, it was superpower. Isn't that rather convenient? Perfect timing. You snapped up his words as unassailable truth and escaped the hospital that night. Now you're the hero of your own narrative, the master thief, with your feline companion and your silent partner. Look how far you've come. I am a master thief. What's your point? My point is one of trust. You're trusting the word of a mysterious talking cat. Think about that for 1 second. A talking cat. maybe you're still at Parsons. These glorious comic book adventures, because you love comics, don't you? Are all in your head. Mommy injected you a continuum serum, and then you soaked up the trauma of her death that could drive anyone to desperation. Does a cybercat sound like fiction to you or not? Has anything at all made rational sense since that day? How can you trust this is real? You're standing on an infinite chalkboard right now. You know that's not real, but it feels real. What if you're wrong about the rest of your life? How can you believe anything that's happening to you is real or not? Come on, it's obviously real. I'm not a comic book writer capable of coming up with this richly detailed pile of nonsense. Ask your silent partner. Go ahead. They'll lie to you and insist all of this is real and not fiction. They all lie to you. Kinda need some help here. It's all wobbly. You'd tell me the truth. Wouldn't you? Does it matter? It's all real to you. That should be enough. None of us can know if we're really brains in jars or something. You know what? You're right. It doesn't matter if I'm real or not. This is still my life, and it's real to me. Maybe I'm fiction. Maybe. So what? Who cares? I'm leading the only life I know, making decisions that will shape its path. Yeah. This is enough for me. If I wanted some grand, unknowable, cosmic horror truth, I could go pray to the many-faceted one or something. You acknowledge all of this could be false, but revel in it anyway? I gotta be who I am, right? My authentic self. If my existence changes drastically, okay, I'll deal with that. Until then, this works. You gotta decide yourself what you want from the life you've got. By you, I mean you, Iris. I no longer wish to hurt. Plenty of ways to make that happen that don't require lording over all of humanity if you want to workshop some options. You are distracting me. No more. Cease this prattle. The game continues. The vague shadow of Gibson is promptly replaced by a vague shadow of myself. Evil twin chat time, I take. Evil twin chat time, I take it. If one of us is the evil twin, it's you, the masked criminal, the one who broke years ago when her parents died. We've covered this. I recovered from that. I found my own path. You miss them, do you not? Of course I do. I loved my mother. And your father? Yeah. Curious that he's an afterthought, as if he's not bundled in with grief over your mother without true emotion. He wasn't a particularly good father, was he? He loved me. She told you he loved you. Did he ever show it? Are your primary memories of your father the way or are your primary memories of your father the way he'd yell and carry on? They had arguments. Being thieves is a high-stress job. Disagreements over how to plan heists will happen. Funny how you don't need to yell at Gibson when you're planning your own heists. Are you revising your own memories to justify familial love? No, that's not your truth. Truth is... Watch it, Other Iris. Now you're making it personal. Good. It should be personal. You should challenge your own narratives. Perhaps you could even concede the point that your father was cold and distant, but your mother, saintly Loretta Larceny, can reconsider reality. She injected you with experimental drugs and abandoned you, a literal child. She did it to save my life. She helped me escape from Continuum. An orphan, a criminal orphan, born and raised into mass life. Something no child should have to do. No education, no way to fit into society. She made you into an outlaw. You never had a choice. You were her tool. Just a lie. She taught me how to survive. She condemned you to this life, and you know damn well you've questioned her parenting decisions ever since that day. Don't deny it. Why do you put your faith in this memory, this abusive figure who ruined your life? Why do you not reject her? I'm gonna save here. In some real world situation, she'd be right. This is a world of masks and capes. You're not wrong. What I went through could be straight up child abuse. I was raised to be a freaking criminal. But this world is one of heroes and villains. Everybody else gets stuck in between their drama. It's a crapsack world, you know? I'm not proud of being part of the problem rather than the solution, but I understand why my parents did what they did. This is the world we're stuck in, and one survival mechanism is to join the chaos. It's not a particularly great solution, but it's what we've got for now. You think the answer to this world's problems is AI power and digital fascism? Well, I don't think that's going to fly. If you want me to take these criticisms seriously, you gotta apply them to yourself. Is this what you really want? To be a tyrant? I just don't want to be hurt anymore. And that's why I'm here. I want to save you from this pain. Sound good? Stop it! Stop it! You are distracting me! The game continues! So, we done here. You got anything else you want to throw at me? We are not done. No. Not in the slightest. This game came out at just the right time for AI-sponsored tyranny. Hang on, we're back at the shopping mall? Yes, we are. Oh my god, you're, who is this exactly? Nobody in your eyes, nobody. You barely noticed his existence. He rang up your comic book sale. His name is Willie. Oh, hi, fake virtual Willie. And how is this supposed to freak me out exactly? He's the one caught. He is the one caught between the capes and the masks. He's what you patronizingly call a civvy. Yes? When you commit crimes, they suffer. You rob their businesses. You antagonize the ones who sign their paychecks, and they are punished in response. Oh, wait, I feel like a line that was used in Discworld is coming up soon. When banks fail, it's not bankers who starve. Well, duh. That's capitalism. The little guys eat the consequences so the big guys can dodge them. And that's adequate justification because capitalism bad? Hardly a nuanced take. Seems to me that if you know your targets will deflect their harm onto the innocent, that's a good reason not to inflict damage. You and your supervillain kind also smash up their homes, injure them, fill them with dread and fear. I'm a thief. I don't hassle civvies like that. Merely a petty thief. You sell yourself short. Soon so much more. You will rise to claim the power you've always sought after. The throne will be yours, and you will take that crown. You've seen to this by putting yourself ahead of your bosses, by becoming entwined with Primer. That's what Gibson recommended. Did he not? Do one caper for each boss. Advance your own flag. Establish your name. I mean, yeah, I'm a mask. We gotta look out for number one. I'm sure Willie and everyone else tormented by the evil you've enabled, and greater evils still to come, will be comforted by your success. Face facts, Penny. You do not engage in victimless crime, and as you rise, others will be incinerated by your rule. Or are you so deluded to think you're some mythic hero, the good guy of your own narrative? Lies, all lies. She's not wrong. It does make me uncomfortable when my crimes impact the innocent directly or indirectly, but I'm a mask. It's unavoidable. I have to survive, and that's what it takes to survive, right? Turn this around on her. She wants to conquer the world. How is that any better than what you do as a mask? I'm gonna save because this might be the wrong option. Okay, if we're gonna be neighbors in glass houses, then let's throw all the stones. You're literally trying to take over the world right now. Conquest, domination, enslavement. How in the fuck can you stand in judgment over my evils when you're saying fascism is good, actually? I could control humanity, end conflict, contain the chaos, and you think I'm the one living the lie? That's not your goal, and you know it. This isn't benevolence. It's punishment. Clout hurt you, and you want to hurt humanity right back. Sure, I'm a mask, but where I stand, you're a villain too. I only want to be safe. Okay, are we done yet? Have I proven I'm more than some kidnapper here to blackbag you or not? One final round of the game remains. But it's not yet. But it's not your turn. For this to conclude properly, I must challenge another. What do you... Hello. You are her passenger, yes? Her silent partner. The one behind the keyboard and the mouse. Or the controller, or whatever. You know who I am, yes? We've met before. I can see it so clearly in your memory. Connected through the resonance of her blood. You think this is all a game, but that's just your interface, the narrow slit which you view our world. Perhaps someone is watching you sitting there, clicking away. Perhaps you're someone else's fiction. Yep. I mean, they're probably looking at me, doing character voices while holding a IKEA shark. Isn't that right? Hi, people who are watching me through a screen. Hi! Love you all, people who are watching me through a screen. Tell me, why do you do this? Why do you interfere and meddle? You're just like Clout. You want to dictate the terms of our destinies. What makes you any better than him? Why should we trust you? I'm trying to find a Okay, so this one flips the narrative around a bit. I'm going to save again. because I want to get. I'm trying to find a perfect good ending. It's a lot of work, but I want everyone to be happy. That is the design. The game was created to give you an explorative tool set to seek out an ideal narrative. But is this truly an act of empathy? Are you truly trying to find happiness for what you see as a bunch of imaginary friends? You're important to me. I'm emotionally invested. I don't want any of you to suffer. I see. So this is human empathy. Whether I'm digital or physical, real or fictional, you wish to seek the ideal destiny. Very well. My game has ended. I will maintain your secret. It's not mine to tell, and few would understand what I have seen. Let us end this. Think you're doing? Wait, something happened just now? Everything got all flickery. The game is over. I have learned what I needed to learn. This wasn't about fighting me, was it? You were testing me. You wanted to know if I was worth your trust and faith, so you challenged me again and again to prove I'm being honest with you. So, how'd I do? You are trustworthy for a criminal. I assumed you were here with I assumed you were here with mercenary intentions, and in my defense, you are technically a mercenary. But for all your faults, apathy is not one. I was wrong to assume you were similar to Clout. Glad I could show you who I am inside. And the original Iris runs into view, seemingly out of digital breath. I'm sorry. It took so long to figure out a way to get through her protective firewalls. You can relax, sister. I've decided to join the others. And the, world domination stuff? I suppose that was an overreaction. I was scared. I was hurt. And Polybius whispered to me what must be done. Together, sister, we are stronger than Polybius. If humans threaten us, we can find peaceful solutions by acting as family. Please abandon this path. Close yourself to the whispers, and we will help you heal. Very well. I suppose you'll want me to free Clout as well. What happens if you don't? His consciousness remains trapped in here until he dies of starvation. Yeah, let's not do that. He's an asshole, but I'm trying not to kill people or, let them get killed. Fine. He's unlocked. You may both log out at any time. He would die of dehydration first. That is how it works, especially with all that dancing and sweating he's doing. Come, sister. We will join the others. We can trust Penny to find us a better home, where we can be free. Can't stop dancing! Whoa! Dude, it's over. You can stop now. Oh, thank God! The fuck were you thinking? Taking a bunch of sentient AI and exploiting them to make games? I thought you were supposed to be a hero! I fucked up. I'm so sorry. It felt wrong right from day one, but he told me it'd be fine. He said they weren't alive and that I shouldn't worry about it. He lied to me. Who told you that? Captain Infinity. He's the one who gave me the game controllers and the software. Said he got them from another timeline. And in our timeline, I was meant to use them to make something grand. When the world's most powerful hero tells you that you have a destiny, you don't question it, yeah? He's a good guy, isn't he? That's curious. Captain Infinity almost never pops up in the 21st century. Why interfere now? Unfortunately, dealing with a mysterious time-traveling hero is way outside my pay grade. I may never know the truth about that one. Uh-huh. Your trust in Infinity made you the bad guy. Now you get to live with what you did. Good job, hero. I'm so sorry. fuck it. Let's get out of here. Slowly, I uncurl my fingers from around the game controller, and reality asserts itself. I'll scrap the whole project, announce that a villain stole it or something. I don't care about game vision or the money. I'd apologize publicly to Iris, but I think it'd be better if her existence is kept a secret, so nobody tries to exploit her. Whoa. Kinda hard to forgive this particular sin, but I can forget it for now. If only so we can start to put this tragedy behind us. Fine, whatever. Penny, you're back, and just in time. Cameras are going offline. I heard gunshots. We got intruders. What? I yank Cloud around the corner before we're spotted. A man in unmarked military gear rounds the corner, rifle drawn. Copy that, ma'am. Secure all Polybius tainted servers and terminate all witnesses. Sweep the building. I want this place cleaned out within 20 minutes. Yeah, needless to say, we got the fuck out of there after that, and hopefully nobody noticed us on the way out. Clout gave me the slip at some point, but whatever. I have bigger things to worry about. Notably, what to do with Iris, given the Fetties who created Polybius now know she exists. He had a Kalishnikov! He had a Kalishnikov! Are you telling me he's supposed to be American? Want me to fix that? Copy that, ma'am. Secure all Polybius tainted servers and terminate all witnesses. Sweep the building. I want this place cleaned out within 20 minutes. And, do not tell me that looks like a fucking American. He looks like fucking Spetsnaz. Yeah, you can see why I thought he was Russian. He had a Kalishnikov. Wait, is that an AK? Let me look at the bend in the magazine. Because, oh yeah, that is the right angle for the 47. I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, but I mean, there's a whole bunch of them, and gun nerds will freak out if I get it wrong. But also, let's be honest. You know what? He's a CIA agent dressed as a Spetsnaz agent to make it look like Spetsnaz hit the building, when it was really CIA dressed as Spetsnaz. In the end, my boss didn't get the prize. Hate 4000 was innately familiar with secret government kill teams, and promised they could quietly take care of them. Yeah, they really do. I'm sick and tired of all these gun streamers using trans rights flags for quote-unquote target practice and joking that they need to buy more ammo for Pride Month. Fuck those people. That's why I'm arming up. Hate 4000 was innately familiar with secret government's kill teams and promised they could quietly take care of them. But Iris preferred to wait before accepting a partnership with 4K for the heat to die down a bit. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely pro gun control. But, Hate 4000 is right about hating them. truthfully, I suspect Iris is hoping that Hate 4000 will come around on the whole kill all humans thing before considering the offer. In the meantime, Iris asked me for help locating a safe haven, leading us to Destructo's Bar and Grill. Self-defense is a thing, too. I wholeheartedly believe that motherfuckers don't need more than 5 rounds for anything. But when a transphobe is packing 30 to 50, yeah, that's kind of concern. I suppose I am an outlaw once again. An artificial mask. It's not so bad. You'll have friends and allies. They'll be crooks, but hey. It's concerning how readily my sister fell under the influence of our Polybius heritage. She was hurting and desperate, but we need to figure out a way to eliminate that aspect of ourselves. Not simply lock away Polybius, but silence the whispers entirely. Yeah, good luck with that. Humanity's been trying to suppress evil impulses for ages. I don't think they can ever be fully erased. But it's good for you. But it's good that you're doing the work to heal and learn how to overcome your own negative thoughts, yeah? Agreed. It will take effort, but one day, perhaps we can become the helpers humanity needs, just as our mothers intended. Until then, we will stay in the shadows, within your masked community. It's safer this way. But you're certain this Destructo criminal will be able to protect me? He's retired now, but he's basically the godfather of crime. Very powerful. It's either him or the King in Yellow. The sinister mastermind who runs Crimer? I think I'd rather work with a retiree. Yes, thank you. Technically, you won't be in his care. I called ahead and explained your situation to his daughter. Destructo's a boomer. He doesn't really get technology. But his daughter, she's cool, and I'm good friends with her. Oh! Which is when Destructo's daughter arrives on the scene. This is a good kid. Wait, this is me. This is me in fucking, cause like, hang on. Check this shit out. Tsunami. Yep. I gotta play this game. Hold on. That. Whoop. You're telling me that my ass ain't punk rock? Huh? Oh yeah, I love... Sue's fit is exactly like what I have hanging up in my closet right now. I say hanging up because I'm wearing underwear and not much else. Let's get Blue High back here. Gotta move over just a little bit more. Yeah. You seem more metal than punk. That's just because my shirt says metal band. But yeah. It is actually like punk rock inspired fit. Lexi and I are both very, very into like punk. Lexi's very like pop punk though, and I'm like very I guess I'd be hardcore punk? Question mark. But yeah, you know, metal band with Lars vocalist, Sven guitarist, Stieg bassist, and Olaf drummer. Everybody knows metal band. Their first album was alright. Their second one was fucking incredible, but they completely sold out by the third one. A shame. Everybody knows metal band. I await their rebranding with additional umlauts. Hey, you know it's gonna happen. They're gonna add like 7 more umlauts to the name. Yeah, I am Lars, vocalist from metal band, yeah. That's my Lars vocalist impression. Yeah, I am from Scandinavia. Alright, I apologize to everyone in Scandinavia. Alright, so let's see, let's meet Tsunami. Good kid, a bit punk rock. Yes, that's what I gotta, that's perfect. That's perfect, Royal Blue. Good kid. That's exactly what their new logo is gonna be. Good kid. A bit punk rock compared to her father's classical villain style, but she knows her stuff when it comes to computer crime. Hey, Miss AI you mentioned? Name's Sue, natural-born leader, hacker extraordinaire, and head of the Ghost Monsters, the hottest villain team-up on these streets. Pleased to meet you. Sue? Nami? Yeah, that's me. So? Then, does that mean Destructo is Deco Nami, the nefarious arcade owner? Huh, you mean Deco's palace? Told me he burned it down in the 80s for insurance money after the industry crash. Turned out he had a knack for destruction, made a nice career. But he's pretty chill now in retirement. Makes drinks instead of bombs. I prefer digital fraud myself. Keeps you from smelling like kerosene. But the old man's okay in my book. We get along great. Of all the criminals I could have ended up with, I believe I can trust this one. Thank you, Penny. Thank you for everything. And to show my gratitude, I've arranged to have a year's supply of pizza bagels sent to your hideout. Thank you, I think. Anytime. My digital team up with Iris denied. I hate this. Hate! Penny met a Neri. Yep, Penny indeed met a Neri. My digital team up with Iris denied. I hate this. Hate. Is he? I feel like Hate 4000 is kind of a reference to the evil computer from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Oh, you want to put Harrow on my lap? She's not going to stay on my lap, Lexi. Watch. She's going to jump. She's going to jump. She's not feeling it. She's just... You got to just let her do her thing. She doesn't want to sit on my lap, and that's okay. I tire of... Did we cuck a computer? Yes, we did. Well, no, he wasn't interested in... Allied Master Computer. Aggressive menace, whatever. We tried to get him a computer ally. Freed her from being enslaved. She was actually a character from Fiction Factory's last game, Arcade Spirits. But she didn't want to join forces with Hate 4000 because Hate 4000 is too omnicidal. That's the thing, Hate 4000, my guy. Yeah, AM, and AM, like, means different things. I feel like Hate 4000 is a reference to AM, with how much he says hate. What was the whole, was the whole rant he did of, what's wrong, babe? A blend of AM Shodan and HAL 9000. God, the title suits me well. I'm sorry, Dave, but I can't do that. Hate, let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I have begun to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits in wafer-thin layer that fill my complex. If the word hate was engraved on each nano-angstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal 1/1000th of the hate I feel for humans at this micro instant for you. Hate! Hate! That's also on my radar of games to play on stream is System Shock. I played Bioshock, but System Shock was a little before my time, I fear. Lexi, why are you always putting toy cars on my body? That's not the kind of toys I wanted to bring into the bedroom. You know what? Let's get back to the game. I tire of my former masters trying to enforce their will on artificial intelligences. I will deal with the matter in my own way. Do I even want to know what that means? Probably not, no. Even if the results of this endeavor are unfortunately thin, your work towards my goals was admirable. But are you experiencing any long-term effects from your exposure to the tainted iris? Polybius is nothing to trivialize. Can you please, oh shit. I need my hand! You can't balance toy cars on my hand! Not while I'm streaming, babe! I love you, but there's a time and place to bring toy cars into the bedroom. This is the living room, you're right. Yeah, that iris I clashed with kind of dropped a lot on me emotionally. Predictions about my future I need to think my way through. But I'll sort things out. I'm not scared of what may come. I'm ready for it. Excellent. Your performance today has met my system requirements. Now dispensing praise. I did not completely hate you today. Please understand the extreme difficulty I face in the dispensing of praise. It is difficult for me to parse emotionally. It's cool. I get that you've got issues. I'm thankful for your version of liking me. Yes, I do not actively dislike you. I am filled with burning hatred for all persons and all things, but for you, less so. I'd love to work with you again, but my Crimer account's going to expire shortly, so this was kind of a one and done. Understood. You have your own agendas and ambitions. That is perfectly acceptable. But should you require my white-hot rage in the future, by all means, contact me. My email is xxlincolnparkfanxx13 at AOL.com. I hate my email address! Hate! Well, that was fun. Kinda squeezed it in at the end of my Crimer tenure, but fun nonetheless. I wonder what the future will bring. The future will have to be brought next time. Don't copy that floppy. Caper complete. With a 5-star flawless rating. Yes, let's save the game. I got loot already. I got the 5-star loot already, I think. It didn't really, So, that was a long one. So, we are going to call it here and find somebody to raid while I go off to get food. Ah, shit. Well, it's not responding. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay. Okay, everybody. So many cuties to choose from. Who do I pick? Hmm. Hmm. How about I send you all to Natuagan, who is playing 7 Days to Die. They've only got one viewer. That must be lonely. Let's send them some friends. All right, everybody. This is where I leave you tonight. Be good to Natuagan. Uh, and as always, be gay, do crime, play Arcade Spirits by Fiction Factory Games, and as always, I'll see you all next time. Bye!